And remember when will continue. Now this has brought back a lot of memories for me. A Boy Scout, paper drives, took my wagon out, gathered paper and cans filled with kitchen grease. We'd collect those. Yeah, they made gunpowder out of them. And flashcards, and we'd identify planes. Was that a German plane or is it an American plane? We foresaw the day we'd be standing on roofs and identifying enemy airplanes. Thank God it never happened. But everyone was involved in the war effort. Isn't this a terrific program? Aren't you enjoying it? Don't you love it? Wouldn't you like to become a member right now? I hope so. Just call us at 588-1111 with a $40 membership, and you'll help us to sponsor programs like this. And we've got some wonderful premiums, which I'm sure you can't wait to tell about, Nancy.
Well, I'll tell about them, you bet. We've got, of course, we always have a membership of $40. We call our family membership, and that'll bring you a year of 11 magazine, our program guide, and all the benefits that accrue to a member. Your own member card will get you and your family in to zoos and museums and more at savings. But we do have some special thank yous for you. If you would like to have your own copy on VHS of Remembering When, no pledge breaks, just the program, very program we're enjoying now, that's available for you for a $60 membership, and it is exclusive to Channel 11. You cannot purchase this or order this elsewhere. You've got to become a member of Channel 11 for $60, and we'll be delighted to send you your own VHS copy. Now, if you'd like to join us for $100, we will send you that, the Remember When on VHS, and Remembering Chicago, a program that was made by WTTW that we will be seeing later this evening as well. So you could have them both for $100 membership, and these are both exclusive to viewer-supported television. They're not available anyplace else. So call right now and take your credit card to the telephone. That way you could perhaps afford to get them both for a combination membership of $100, and that brings all the special benefits of membership as well. You know, I do remember a lot of this stuff, not so much the war effort, that's before my time, but the Burma shave signs and the Fuller brush. You know, I think that some of my purchase habits were shaped by the Fuller brush man, and I didn't even know he came to our house.
Oh,
because
don't tell us about that on television.
But those little giveaways that they were showing, the little soap rest, my mother had a soap caddy exactly like that, and she used those little scrubber brushes, and I still try to buy ones like that because she got them free from the Fuller brush man.
There you are.
Isn't that funny?
Yes, that's unusual, I must say. I've got a terrific idea.
What?
A lot of people who are watching right now probably have Remembering Chicago, because we run this program a few times. It's coming up later tonight, by the way, and would like to have this. You can get this and this for $100 and give this as a gift to somebody. There are a lot of occasions coming up, and we've got Mother's Day comes up in May, Father's Day in June, birthdays, graduation gifts. You can think of a lot of things. How about celebrating spring? So become a member for $100 and get Remember When and Remembering Chicago both, and give one of them as a gift if you already have it. All you have to do is call us at 588-1111. You're talking about people who came to the house to sell things. I remember when the telephone man used to come to the house to collect the money, because we made calls in our house. We had to put a nickel in the phone. Well, they didn't trust you. I mean, nobody had any money, and you had to put a nickel in the phone, and the guy'd come once a month, and he'd open up the box, and he'd take out all the nickels, and I would watch him, and he'd take the nickels, and he would shake them in his hand like this, and they would form into a perfect roll. And then he'd take out the paper and roll them up and put the rolls in his little bag and say, goodbye, see you next month, and he'd leave. See, it was a whole different era.
This is what we're talking about. These stories, this feeling of interest and involvement in our lives and our history and our times, that's the kind of emotional response that a great television program can induce in you. And that's why you must remember that feeling. You must grab it when it occurs and call and act on it. Dial 312-588-1111 and say, yes, I like this program. I like documentaries. I like to hear about history and culture and see how it's changed by this unusual combination of interviews and old footage. That's worth $40 or $50 or $60 so that I can have a copy of my own Remember When on VHS for a $60 membership, and have them both, Remembering Chicago and Remember When, for a $100 membership to pass along to someone else as a gift. You kind of have to use that emotional response that it triggers in you to remind you how good it is to watch Channel 11, how pleased you are when you find programs that really educate and entertain you, and how sad you'd be if they weren't there. We can purchase and produce more programs like this with your dollars, so call right now to become a member of this station. And of course, these are exclusive to us, right, Marty? You can't get these anywhere else except on Channel 11. Call now.
I was looking at the back of this to determine what's coming up next on Remember When, and one of the first things they mentioned that we haven't seen is drive-in theaters.
Yeah.
Now, at the corner of Milwaukee Avenue and Hintz Road is a drive-in theater. I think it's the last one in the Chicago area, and it's going to be gone. This is its last year. So drive-in theaters will really be a memory here, but we're going to see that. Norman Rockwell's Saturday evening post covers, all this coming up shortly. Steam trains, cars of the 50s, boy, that'll kill me.
Yeah.
Drugstore soda fountains, and the Howdy Doody Show. All of that is coming up on Remember When, and you can have this complete program, as we mentioned. This is what, is it a...
That's our $60
membership, and with a $100 membership, you'll get both this and Remembering Chicago, and we're going to be showing you Remembering Chicago a little later on. We have some phone lines that are open, lots of operators here tonight, so if you'd like to take advantage of this, use your credit card, make it easy on yourself, and quick. Everything gets put into process the moment you make your call when you use your credit card. By all means, use it and take it to the telephone with you. 588-1111 is our number, and we've got lots of operators with nothing to do. Pay no attention to the ones they're showing you on camera who are busy. There are people back there in the shadows who are sitting here wondering why they came here tonight. We want them to know why they came here, so give them a call, too.
We have quite a few people available. Kim is here. She can take your call. And Mary's next to her, and Pamela. And you never know who might answer your phone call. So call us right now at 312-588-1111. If you're watching on a cable system, you know none of your cable dollars are going towards Channel 11's programming. So you will want to consider that as you make your plans. Even if you're watching us from Michigan or Iowa, call us at 312-588-1111 and become a member right now.
And remember my idea. I think it's a good one. Actually, it isn't my idea. It's Karen Swed's idea, but I'm happy to pass it on to you since she's behind the scenes and I'm out here in front. And that is, use this as a gift. If you already have Remembering Chicago, you can get both of these for $100. Keep Remember When for yourself and give the other as a gift, or give them both as gifts, or keep them for yourselves. But they're both worth having. If you have one, give the other one. And a reminder that $100, we realize, is a lot of money to part with at one time. Using your credit card may make it a little easier for you. And if you use your card, the other advantage is that we can get this out to you that much sooner because you'll be fulfilling your subscription at the very time you make your phone call. So if you've got a MasterCard, a Visa, an American Express, or a Discover card, just take it to the telephone with you. Call one of our pleasant operators. They'll ask you your name and address and how much you'd like to become a member for. And if you'd like any of these thank you gifts, it's all very easy and very quick, about a minute of your time. And now we're going to go back for the rest of Remember When and enjoy it. And don't forget that we'll be having Remembering Chicago immediately following. Stay with us. It's going to be fun.
Goodbye, kids.
Now, don't go away. Stay right where you are, because the remembering has only begun for this evening. We're going to get a little more specific. Come right home to Chicago. Nancy and I will be talking and remembering with you about, 50s automobiles, and perhaps Nancy will tell us a story on her own about Howdy Doody. I'm sure she will. In the meantime, we'd like you to call us right now and become a member of this station. We're bringing you this night of nostalgia because we know you like it. 588-1111 is the number to call. If you call it right now, one of these many operators, who must have, I don't know, about 80 in the studio tonight, will be happy to take your call and your pledge of $40 or more for 1 year. And don't forget our special offers for tonight. These are exclusive to WTTW. You can't get these anywhere else. The program you've just seen, Remember When, is yours with a $60 membership. And if you'd like to get both these tapes, that is Remember When and Remembering Chicago, which is coming up very shortly, you can get them both for a $100 membership. You will, of course, get your year's membership to 11 Magazine and your Channel 11 member benefit card, and 10,000 wonderful programs a year. This is a terrific time to become a member because you're voting for the kind of programs you like. As I was watching the Howdy Doody segment, I got to thinking, that was a tremendously popular program, of course, but I got to thinking about a program we had that was produced here in Chicago. Started a little later than that, but went on longer on NBC. But here at 11, we did it too, and I had the privilege of working with Bert Tillstrom. And we're going to talk a little bit about Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. And if we do another show, I think we are planning one on Remembering Chicago, we're going to have to be sure to get Kukla, Fran, and Ollie in that one. Right now, we'd love for you to call us at 588-1111. Nancy, you were telling me that you were on the Howdy Doody show.
Well, I was, but I was just in the peanut gallery. I mean, I was a little kid, and what I remember about it was how incredibly far from the action you were when you were in the peanut gallery. On TV, it looked like it was right there, but I have a very surrealistic recollection of a huge high-ceiling studio, all black, nothing in it, and then us way here, way across the room from where we could really see the action.
So look at the memory this prompted into you.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why we expect actually more phones to be ringing than are right now, because we know that a program like this does get those nostalgic juices flowing, puts you in mind of lots of times, good things and bad things and memories of your lifetime and our city's lifetime, which of course is coming up next on Remembering Chicago, some of it anyway. And those feelings that you have are the reasons that you watch Channel 11. The reasons that with confidence you go to that setting on your dial, knowing you're going to find something of quality, something that's educational as well as entertaining and meticulously produced. That's what Channel 11 promises you. Now we need your promise, a pledge, a promise of financial support for the station. Call us right now at 312-588-1111. We have some thank you gifts that really would make outstanding gifts for you to give someone else. If you can join us for $60, we'd be delighted to send you your own VHS copy of Remember When, the program we've just enjoyed, narrated by Mickey Rooney. And that's for a $60 membership. If you could join us for $100, we'll also send you Remembering Chicago, the program that WTTW produced that we're about to show to you again right now. You can have them both for a $100 membership. Take your credit card to the telephone, your American Express, Discover, MasterCard, or Visa, and give the account number and expiration date to one of these volunteers who take your call. It's really nice to follow through on something that makes you feel something that stimulates your memory, that makes you feel good or remember others or think of other times, something you want to share with someone from your past. Call up a friend, tell them to tune in now to Remembering Chicago. It's coming up in just a moment. But first, call us up and become a member, become a friend of Channel 11. Dial 312-588-1111.
No, somebody walked up to me and said, "This man who called in with a pledge purports to be your uncle, isn't he?" I said, "Yes, he is. It's my Uncle Bob Cook, and Aunt Lil are watching tonight." And if he were here tonight, he could really tell some stories. He's got about 12 or 13 years on me. At one time, he was the mayor of Oak Street Beach. He was in charge of that beach, yeah, I'll tell you. And he and my father were in the same business, in the scrap business. And speaking of soda fountains, I worked behind soda fountains, but I also went out with my father, and we took soda fountains out of drugstores and tore them apart. Now, you want to try a tough job, try that.
Heavy marble and brass fittings. Well,
we didn't want the marble. We wanted the brass, and inside we wanted the copper and the lead.
Liners.
Got money for that, yeah.
Ah.
Now, enough reminiscing on my part. I don't think you remember tearing soda fountains apart, but maybe you remember working behind them. And the strange name, Soda Jerk. I don't know where that came from. My kids think it's hilarious when I say I was a soda jerk. You were what, Dad? Wow.
You jerked the nozzle, I would think. You jerked the handle.
And before I worked out there at Spiro's Spa, I worked at one of my first jobs. I was about 12 years old. No, before that I sold Collier's magazine, but I worked at a drugstore called Curlin's Pharmacy at Central Park and Shakespeare. And we did all the stuff this guy said. We made zombies, which tasted like nothing. And also, when a girl that you really liked came in, I did the same thing. Make me a Coke, Marty. She was about 15. Her name was Rose. And she said, make it sweet. Oh, man, I put the syrup in there. Don't forget, these are exclusive. If you'd like to get these, don't go looking in the stores for them. Don't go looking in any catalogs because you got to call us at 588-1111. And if you want to do it right now, it'll be real easy because we've got lots of folks who are not exactly sitting on their hands or looking gloomy. It's a very nice group tonight, but they'd really like to talk to you. 588-1111. You want to use your credit card? We'd be delighted to have you do that. If we explain the process of calling in sometime, you think we ought to do that?
Wouldn't hurt to say it again. It's so simple. Just call us, 312 312-588-1111. One of these volunteers will ask for your name, address, telephone number, and the amount of your pledge, your promise for financial support. We hope that you will actually become a member instantly by using your credit card, American Express, Discover, MasterCard, or Visa, and that way you're instantly a member. You don't have to remember to mail anything, do anything, sign anything, and your call right now lets us know, because the volunteer will note it on the form, what program you are watching, what programs you tell the volunteer that you like seeing here on Channel 11. We keep a record of that, and we do try to program to your interests, to what your interests dictate and what your dollars facilitate. We've got to have both sides of that equation to make good purchasing and production choices for you all year long. So call us right now. It's only 3 times a year that it's your turn. This is your once-a-year day. If you can't remember the last time you joined Channel 11, or you were moved and excited and pleased by tonight's program, or you're looking forward to seeing your hometown, Chicago, coming up next as we remember, then call right now with a membership pledge, 312-588-1111.
You know why we are currently working, and I think I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. It's not a fait accompli yet, but I think we're working on putting together a second Remembering Chicago. Heaven knows there's a lot of material out there. We got a lot of films from people.
We went up through the 40s or 50s, didn't we?
Right, and we can go further than that.
Sure.
And there are just so many things we can include, but the reason we're doing it is because you loved the first Remembering Chicago. So that's the kind of control you have. You have some control over this station. The only way you can control another station, a commercial station, is buying a lot of a certain product. But here it's a direct quid pro quo. So if you haven't been a member, take a little responsibility. Exercise the power that you have by calling us at 588-1111. Not only will you be keeping this station what you want it to be, or one hopes making it even better, but you're going to feel very good about becoming part of the Channel 11 family. We've got a great feeling of camaraderie here and among our viewers, and we'd love to have you join that group by calling us right now with your membership. Stick around. Remembering Chicago is next.
Goodbye, kids.
The Channel 11 Partners Card can open up the world for you to member-only discounts and privileges at some of Chicagoland's leading cultural and retail outlets, to a year's worth of 11 magazine, full of useful schedule and program information delivered to your home, and ultimately to some of the finest program offerings on television. Join us and become a member. Open your world to the benefits of a Channel 11 Partners Card.